are about to do 30-ish minutes of live side split stretching. I literally just took a bite out of a chocolate bar last second, so if there's something wrong with my voice, it's because I made the foolish decision to have chocolate right before. All right. If you have no idea what we do 30 minutes of live side split stretching every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, and hopefully together we can make a bunch of progress towards our side split goals. If you hop into my Instagram account, which is at splits on the same handle, you'll see my starting video from almost a year ago, and it's making progress. We're making progress. It's slow, but it's steady, and it's relatively painless because we just do a little bit every single day. All right. So if that sounds interesting, if you want to give that a try, I'm here every single day to practice consistency with you. Make sure to follow, subscribe, get notified, and keep coming back. All right. Let's get into our warm up exercises. We're going to start with 3 warm up exercises, and they're all designed to get our hips moving, our hamstrings going, and getting our body warmed up. All right. The first warm up exercise is the hip cars. I think Liverpool just popped in. Welcome back, Liverpool. It's good to see you. And hip cars are all about getting your hips and your legs through the full range of motion that you can access using pure muscle power. And what that means is we're going to lift our knee as high as possible. We're going to open up our hip as wide as possible, keeping that knee high, rotate the leg so that the ankle is as high as the knee, and then bring the leg down and back, flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, feel that stretch in the front of the hip, and that is 1 rep. We're going to do 10 total on the left leg, 10 on the right leg, then we're going to reverse it and do 10 on the left and 10 on the right. Let's go. You don't have to have anything memorized. You can just follow along with me. All right. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. 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 I think that's 4. 5. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. 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 If there are any moments where you hear really loud breathing from me, excuse me, choking on the remnants of that chocolate. If you hear any really loud breathing coming from me at any moment, is because I do a lot of talking and I have a quick second to get a little bit of air, release a little bit of air, and sometimes I just need to do it fast and it turns out a little louder than expected. That's what those sounds are. All right. Whew, we just did 10 hip cars on the left side. Let's do 10 hip cars on the right side. High knee on the other side. Open up that hip directly to the side and keep the knee high. Rotate the leg so that the ankle and the knee are the same height. I'm going to spin around so you can see what I mean. And then we're going to bring the leg down and back so the hamstring and the glutes are pulling the leg behind us and we're feeling that stretch in the front of the hip flexor. That is 1 rep. We're doing 10 in total. Sita, what are you doing? Hi. Want to say hi to everybody while we do this? High knee. Oh, this balance is going to be way hard today. Open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. High knee, I'm off balance now. High knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, this is the most interested she's ever been. I don't know what's happening. She's like really high energy today. You hanging out with us? Huh? We're doing hip cars. All right. We just did 10 hip cars going forward on the left leg and the right leg. Now it's time to reverse the thing that we were doing and go backwards. All right. To go backwards, and if you're just joining in right now and have no idea what we're doing at all, we're doing 30 minutes of live size with stretching, and we're doing hip cars to warm up our hips. To go in reverse, we're going to go bring that leg back, flex the hamstring, flex the glutes, feel the stretch in the hip flexor in the front. We're going to lift that leg directly up to the side. Try to keep it as high as possible. Get the ankle and the knee both as high as possible. Rotate the leg so the knee is up, ankle is down. And then finally bring that leg forward so it's just the knee that is up. That is 1 rep. We're going to do 10 total. Let's go. Back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee. I think that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Hip curls. Left side is done. Let's go ahead and get right into that right side. Back, side, ankle, knee, 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 back, side, ankle, knee. I think that's 6 or 7. I'll pretend this is 7, 8, whew, 9, and 10. Whew. That is 10 hip cars going forward, left, right, going back, left and right. And now we are done with the hip cars. You should feel a whole bunch of blood flow, warming up the hips, that movement. Hip cars are really good for building up a little bit of strength at the end range of motion, which is basically range of motion we never use, and helps to keep you feeling young and moving good. All right. Let's get into warm up number 2. There's a whole bunch of comments coming in. I'm going to check real quick before I continue. Queen R says hello. Liverpool says hello. Queen R is excited about the dog, wants to stretch. And Happy Moon asked what we're doing. And I assume Queen R responded with, so we're doing a stretch workout. We're doing 30 minutes of live side split stretching. And we are 6.5 minutes into it. We do this every single day to practice consistency and build a little bit of a community so that we can have fun hanging out and doing good stretchy stuff together. All right. We just finished the first warm up. Let's go into warm up number 2. It is called elephant walks. And what we're going to do is we're going to stand up straight, fold right at the hips, and try to get into this L shape. If you're stuck up here, that's totally fine. Try to bring your belly button as low as you can go. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings and just breathe and bounce. Take a big breath. Relax. Let it out. And keep going. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Just a little bit of movement. All right. Once you've done that, bend one knee, straighten the other, and keep on trying to bring the leg or the belly button down. You'll feel a hamstring stretch in slightly different places. When my knee is bent, I feel the stretch in the hamstring basically right behind the knee, but just a little bit up. And then when my leg is straight, the hamstring stretch feels like it's in here, definitely higher up than that other one. It's in the middle of my hamstring stretch. Let me know if you feel the difference, you experience the difference. Oh, let's switch to the other side. So our left leg was bent. Now our right leg is bent. And same thing, drop into that stretch, take a couple of seconds to breathe, bounce a little bit, and then keep switching. The longer we do this, the faster you can start switching. And switch and bounce and switch and bounce. So this is called elephant walks. And so there's definitely a variation you can do where you're actually walking a little bit, right? So you can take that step forward and you can bend the front leg and feel that hamstring stretch like this, or you can straighten that front leg and feel the hamstring stretch like this. You can do whatever you want, as long as you're feeling the hamstring stretch as you go. It is totally okay. The elephant walk is just one of those things that make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting to do the hamstring stretch. If you just got into the hamstring stretch and try to hold it for 30 seconds with no movement, with no bouncing, with no breathing, it's a lot harder to chill and get into it. All right. So that's why I like the elephant walk. All right. I'm pretty sure we've done more than enough. So we can move on to stretch or warm up exercise number 3. Excuse me. That is the Cossack switch. What we're going to do is we're going to open up our legs about 2 times as wide as our hips. We're going to point our toes out about 45 degrees, and we're going to drop down to one side. What we're going to do is feel that stretch in the Achilles tendon. We're going to feel the pressure in the front of the ankle, feel the pressure in that hip joint, and just hang out, I think, Doggo expects some pets. She's like, what are you doing so close to the floor? Can you see her on the camera? You can't. She's just out of camera. Okay. From here, we're going to hang out just a little bit because this is one of those positions where pretty much nobody does any time in it. And so it takes a couple of seconds for your body to get used to it, to relax a little bit into the position. And we want to make sure you have that time. Oh, hi. Welcome back. All right. Next, we're going to take our hands. We're going to use them to help us bring our weight over to the other side. She scares easily. So if I just rub my feet really fast against the floor, she'll freak out. Once you're here on the other side, we're going to hang out. Same thing. Feel the pressure at the front of the ankle. Feel that stretch in the Achilles tendon. Feel the pressure in the hip joint. And just wait it out. Maybe do a little bit of a wiggle. Just gentle, little bit of movement to keep that muscle moving and getting used to this range of motion. All right. Now, it's time to pick up the pace. We're going to go a little bit harder because we gave ourselves a little bit of time to adjust. And now we're going to try and get from side to side. And you have lots of options. You can keep your hands down to help bring your butt across. You can just power through and keep your butt as low as possible and get across. You can come up a little bit higher to make it easier to come across. You can come up into full squats, up and down. Whatever you decide to do, as long as you spend some time in this position, working up those hip muscles, those inner thigh muscles, and do some Cossacks, we're good. All right, we're doing a total of 5. I'm pretty sure I've already done 5, but I'm giving you time to do a couple more to catch up. And that's it. We're done with our warm-up exercises. We did the hip cars, elephant walks, and the Cossack switches. And our guest dog has finally left, so I can focus on you guys. All right. We are going to get into the first of our 5 stretches. The first stretch is the hamstring stretch. I recommend, if you have knees that need some love and care, to grab a pillow or to grab a towel that you fold up or a couch cushion, anything that will give a little bit of support under your knee. You don't need very much. Maybe like a folded yoga mat, maybe a normal yoga mat is not enough, but maybe a Pilates mat might be enough. All right, drop down and drop down to that knee. All right, we're going to stretch this leg and put that leg directly in front. What I mean by that is I want the leg to come straight out in front of you. Not out here, not out here. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's very common for people to tilt the hips so it's going slightly out to the side. All right. Next, once you are in this position, I want you to focus on your belly button right here. I want you to bring your belly button down as low as you can. And when you're doing that, you're going to feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Okay. They're going to get more and more intense. Just like we were doing the elephant walk, take a big deep breath and let it go. See if you can get deeper into this stretch. If it's really intense, then you're doing it right. All right. What we're going to do is apply steady pressure. Try to bring our belly buttons down to the floor. Just down, 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 down. We're going to hold that pressure and apply more of it for 30 seconds, and then we'll be done. All right? 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. You can also do a couple of variations. You can keep your knee a little bit bent, especially if you have knee discomfort. You can try to bring your chest and your whole torso down to the leg, and then try to straighten out the leg from that position. All right. Work on variations that work for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay. Hamstring stretch. Done. Let's go. I mean, not done. That leg is done. We got one more leg. Come on over and switch to the other side. And same thing. Try to keep the legs right in front of you. Square up the hips. And focus on bringing the belly button down to that leg. Once you're here and you're a little bit stuck, take a nice big breath. Let go. See if you can get into a deeper stretch. And 30 seconds. Let's do it. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, come on up out of that hamstring stretch. And if you're feeling tired, it's probably a sign that you did all the right things. So congratulations so far. All right. Hey, somebody just followed. Thank you for following. It is really hard to see. I make money, maybe? Well, all right. She's like, I'm out. Yes, man, Marsh. Doggo is gone. She's sad. She's under the table. She's staring at me, but I think she's getting pets from IT. So, all right. What are we doing? We are done with the first warm up, or sorry, warm. Blah, blah, blah. It's Friday night. My language skills are disappearing. We're done with the first stretch. We got 4 more stretches to go. The second stretch is what is the second stretch? Second stretch is the butterfly, and the butterfly often looks like this. You probably see a whole bunch of people after running in high school do something like this, and it's kind of a weird stretch because most people do it a little bit weird. The butterfly is all about opening up the groin, these muscles on the inside of the leg. And to do that, you actually want to bring your knees down to the ground as low as possible. But oftentimes, when you're pulling on your leg like this really hard, it's hard to also focus on bringing the legs down. So I like to do 2 things. One, I like to talk about trying to open up the hips as much as possible first. And it's hard. It's challenging because this is a stretch nobody does, right? So one of the ways that you can make this a little bit easier on yourself and easier to control, especially if you have bad hamstring flexibility and you're not really good at folding forward like pancakes, I know exactly how you feel. I still feel like I'm struggling with this stretch if I were to do it standing right there or sitting right there. But if you take your butt and bring it to a wall, you put your hips, your shoulders, your head against the wall, that helps keep this upper body nice and aligned. And then when you're pushing against something, it really helps you to express the strength that you have in your muscles. Expressing your strength sounds like kind of crazy. I don't know if that's the right word I should have used. But when you're pushing against something, it's easier to really flex those muscles because it helps you stay stable, right? If you're trying to push against something and you're standing on ice, you're just going to push yourself away, right? Having this wall behind us makes it so when you flex those muscles and you open it up, you're pushing against the wall and something else is actually moving. And that's what we're doing right now. We're using our outer thighs and our glutes to open up the hip and this inner groin area. We're trying to bring the knee down to the ground as low as we can get. All right. Once you have gotten as far as you think you can, then I want you to take your arms and push down. This is the second benefit of using the wall. When you do this against the wall, you can push your head, your shoulders into the wall, and that'll help you really put weight and pressure into your hands and into your knees and open up those muscles. Man, I'm in a deep stretch. All right, that's it. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. Remember to breathe and also flex those muscles. We're still stretching and we're still working the muscles that are trying to open up the legs at the same time. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, let the hands go. And relax all the muscles. It will be totally normal if your legs start popping up and that's okay. We're done with the stretch. Just get your hips back to normal. What I like to do is sort of flap the wings of that butterfly a couple of times, 3, 4, 5 times. By the time you do the fifth rep, your legs will start feeling normal again, and then that's a good sign to keep moving on because you don't need to keep on thinking about it. All right. Oh, Gigi, welcome back. Thank you for the rose and finger heart and boxing gloves. Fighting. Okay. We just did the butterfly. Now we are going into stretch 3, and that is the standing pancake. The pancake is basically bring your whole upper body and folding it in between your legs. It is freaking hard. So we do the standing variation, which lets gravity pull our whole entire upper body down into a position that you'll start feeling the stretches for. So the standing pancake, you should feel the stretches on the inner thighs right here. You should feel the stretches in the hamstrings in the back of your leg. And that's because anytime you fold forward, your hamstrings are getting stretched. Anytime your legs open out, your inner thighs are getting stretched. There's a couple of other muscles and stuff going on because there's so many muscles attaching and holding your hips and legs together. But those are the two main places that you should be feeling it. If you have a tight low back, you might feel it in there as well. All right. So to do the standing pancake, I recommend you stand pretty close to a wall. And I recommend you stay close to the wall at all times because it's so useful for the butterfly. But also, if you lose balance when you're folding or something down here and you're leaning your butt back and you go, oh, if your butt is touching the wall, you can't fall backwards. All right. And that will help keep you safe. All right. Whew. Let's get into the standing pancake. Let's start by opening up our legs nice and wide until it's almost uncomfortable in the hips. It doesn't have to actually be uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable, come back up just a little bit and we can go from here. Fold at the hips and really work on bringing your belly button down to the ground. You don't have to focus about the chest. It's not about the head. It's about the belly button. And it's about the belly button because your hip bone is right here and your belly button is right next to it. So there's no faking it, or there's very little faking it. I'm in this position, and you can see that my head and my upper back can do all sorts of crazy things, but my belly button, it's not really going anywhere. All right. And that's why I always talk about the belly button, because the belly button can only move so far from the hip. And what we really, really care about is the hip rotating and changing position. All right. That's enough of all the other stuff. Let's get into it. Open up those legs, fold forward. And if you are in this position and you're a little bit past 90 degrees, you're already in standing pancake and you're doing great. Okay. To make this a little bit more difficult, to make it a little bit more challenging, you can imagine pushing your butt directly back. That means some of you, maybe your butt is touching the wall right now. All right. From here, you can stick your arms out and suddenly you'll feel way more pressure pulling you down. Just this little bit of arm extended forward will help bring your hips lower to the ground. And if that is enough for you, you can just roll with that for 30 seconds. If it's too much, you can always bring your arms back. You can bring your arms down. You can put your hands down to give yourself a little bit of support. Whatever you need to get through the next 30 seconds. If you're a real powerhouse, you're really trying to get into a deep standing pancake, you can also grab your legs and you can pull yourself into a deeper position and it will hurt more. But you'll really feel that hamstring stretch going as you pull yourself down. If you're pulling yourself down, really imagine sticking your butt straight back and maybe even sticking it up into the air because that will help to straighten out your back a little bit and help you get into a deeper stretch. All right, that's it. I rambled so much. I'm sorry. Let's get into the stretch. 30 seconds, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, come on forward and out of that stretch. We're going to spend one more minute just explaining some stuff. All right. The pancake is all about folding that angle down. so that your legs and your chest are sort of in this position, right? So one of the things that I like to do to help keep balance is try to get my upper body horizontal and stick my arms out. But you can see that the angle of my legs is pretty much close to uh, my upper abs, just under the chest, and my hips are behind me, right? So even though my upper back is horizontal, I'm actually much closer to this angle than horizontal. All right. So we want to care. The only thing we really want to care about is the angle that we're making and not where any individual part of the body is hanging out in space. And that's because just like we were doing the hamstring stretch like this in elephant walks versus like this, it's all about the angle that the whole body is making, right? Oh, all right. I hope that made sense. I'm gonna come in, see the comments real quick. It looks like I missed a whole bunch, and I don't really know what's going on there. So I'm gonna just have to keep going. All right. Gigi had to leave. Thank you so much for coming in and sending all the love. I appreciate it, Gigi. All right, let's keep going. Whew. We just did 3 of our 5 stretches. We're going into stretch number 4. And number 4 is the figure 4. It's called the figure 4 because we're bringing the ankle across to the opposite hip and we're bringing our our chest down to that leg. We're trying to feel the stretch here in the outer glutes and the inner thighs. And there's another name for this stretch. If you're doing it on the ground, is often called a pigeon stretch. All right. And that looks a little bit like this. We're trying to keep our chest low and our hips low and feeling the pressure in the hip getting stretched. The other version is on your back. You cross your leg over to the other side. You reach your arms through and you pull the leg to you. All right. You can decide which version you want. We're going to just apply steady pressure for 30 seconds. And we want to try to keep this leg directly perpendicular to the body, 90 degrees. All right. That's it. Let's go. Oh, I'm tight. All right. Bring your chest down, your hips down, and 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Switch to the other side. Bring that leg across your body and drop your chest down. Keep your hips low. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay. Come on up and out of that stretch. Oh, we just did 4 of our 5 stretches. We are almost done. And I know this is what you've been waiting for. We're getting ready for the side splits. I promise this whole time, everything we've been doing for the last 20, 30 minutes has been to prepare our bodies for the side splits so that when we do the side splits, we'll be able to get the most out of the stretch. We've done hamstring stretches. We've done deep Cossack switches to stretch out the inner thighs. We've done the pancake, which is basically even more muscles being used in the side split. And all of those things have been to prepare us so that the side splits are going to kick butt. All right. If you are having fun, if you've been enjoying this, you have been enjoying Doggo, who has disappeared. then please consider hitting follow, subscribe. We do this every single day to build consistency, both for you and for me. And hopefully that consistency will help us build up a little bit of a community. If you're interested, introduce yourself, say hi. I try my best to remember people as they come in and be welcoming. And hopefully together we can make a whole bunch of progress towards our side split goals. All right. If you're interested in side splits, this is the place to be. I'm here every single day, and I hope you'll come back and join us. All right, let's get into these side splits. If you're brand new to this and you are afraid about losing balance or anything like that, I recommend you get really close to a wall. And that is because if you're close to a wall and you lose balance, you start falling backwards, the wall will catch you and it'll help keep you safe. All right. And at the end of the day, we want to make sure everybody stays safe so that you can make a bunch of progress without being afraid. And there's some neurological stuff there about stretching and feeling safe, because the more scared you are, the more tense you'll be. And the more tense you are, the less likely you'll get flexible. All right. So make sure whatever we do, if there's anything that makes you uncomfortable, you're a little nervous about, you can't get into the right position, let me know and we can talk about how to adjust it to make it work better for you. All right. Whew. Side splits. We're going to open up the legs as wide as we can, just like when we were doing the standing pancake. And then once it is a little bit uncomfortable in the hips, I want you to fold forward, put your hands down like you're going to do a push-up. We're not actually doing push-ups. I'm just demonstrating how your hands are. From here, I want you to put your heel down, your toes up, and your knees up. Okay. I'm wearing black pants today, so it's a little hard to see, but knees are pointing up. I'll bend my leg to show you. And I want you to do it on both sides. All right. From here, you might notice you're already going deeper into the side split stretch. If you're not super flexible yet, you might not notice that, and that's okay. But what we're doing is basically moving the thigh bone away from the hip bone and rotating it so that they don't hit each other and cause them to get stuck. So we're freeing up that range of motion to exist. All right. If you feel like you can move, walk your hands back towards your hips. So most of your body weight is right over your hips. That will help you feel that pressure and push you into a deeper stretched position. From here, if you're totally stuck and you can't move, that's okay. Most of us are probably stuck. So we're going to start at 30 seconds of stretching right here. And all you have to do is hang out. If you want, you can experiment with a little bit of rocking forward and rocking back. Just make sure you stay in control of your position and you don't start falling backwards. Although, if you have a wall behind you, that will help keep you safe. All right, let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. In the middle of this, you can try a little wiggle from side to side to see if maybe you open up some more flexibility. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh man, crawl your hands forward, bring the legs together, and come back up into standing. Oh, I know that was a little bit longer than the actual 30 seconds of counting because I take forever to explain stuff, but I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page and has a good amount of instructions. So if you're a pro, because I know there are a couple of regulars in the chat, enjoy that 45 seconds, enjoy that 50 seconds of stretching because you know exactly what you need to do and get right into it. Make the most out of it because if you're a regular, you can afford to spend a little bit more time in that position anyway. So, all right. We just did our first round of side splits. We're doing 3 rounds in total. We take a little bit of a break in between, and what we do in between is we do this crazy wiggle dance. All right. I don't think I've called it a wiggle dance in the past, so this might be the first time I've done that. What we're doing is shaking out the legs, shaking out the arms, just trying our best to relax the muscles as much as possible so that when we get back into the next round of side splits, we can get a little bit deeper than before. Okay. And that's because when we're doing the side splits, when we're in these extreme positions, we go, and then our whole body is tight and tense and it's fighting. And that doesn't help you at all when you're trying to get into round 2. So shake it out, wiggle. I know it looks a little ridiculous. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. You know, just enjoy my wiggle dance. All right. Next up, we're going to just do a couple of moves to make sure all your muscles are working all right. The first thing I like to do is a couple of these little hip circles. I call them hula hoops. And in the second and third round in particular, I feel a stretch in the sides. So I emphasize those a little bit. Then I lift the knees up to make sure the hip flexors are firing. And I do a couple of little mini squats forward to make sure the ankle joint and the knees are working. And then finally, just for fun, I kick my butt a little bit. All right. That makes sure all of the main muscles in your legs are working just fine. There's no pain. There's nothing uncomfortable. And once you have done all those little tiny tests to help loosen you up to get you moving, it is time to go into round 2 of the side splits. All right, same thing. If you are close to a wall, the wall will catch you if you lose balance. So stay close to the wall. Open up those legs, nice and wide. Fold forward. Put your hands down like you're doing a push-up. Externally rotate the legs. What that means is your heels are down, your toes are up, and your knees are pointing up. I'll bend my knee so you can see that it's pointing up. We want to do that on both sides. Now walk your hands back towards your hips so that all of your body weight is over your legs or as much as possible. And we'll do a little bit of a gentle wiggle from side to side to see if we can open up a little bit more. Stretch in between our legs. And once you are stuck and you can't move any further, it's time to start at 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, come on. Walk your hands forward, pull your legs together, come back into standing, and shake those legs out. Back to the wiggle dance. It's going to be a little bit harder to get into the wiggle dance because all your muscles are going to be stiff and weird for a little bit. And it's going to be worse than the first round that we just did. That's all normal. It's all normal. Just shake it out, relax, and check the body. Let's do the hula hoops. I don't know if you feel them, but I definitely feel them now that we're in the second round. Right here, in the sides, front sides of my hips, these hula hoops are really feeling it. And now it's gone. I'm not 100% how that works, but as soon as I move them a little bit, the stiffness and the pain goes away. So I recommend if there's something that's bothering you, do some gentle movement first to see if it immediately goes away. And then if it doesn't go away, then maybe you should just stop and rest. All right, let's keep going. Let's do some knee raises, some mini squats. Make sure your ankles, your knees, your hips, everything is working. Kick yourself in the butt. And with that, we are done with resting. It's time to go into our third and final side splits. I feel like I haven't come back to check the chat in a while. I've just been talking to myself. Queen R says having a wall behind us is good. Thank you for the thorough explanations. No problem. I think Queen R says, she says she prefers the figure 4 stretch because it is hard to keep the foot high in the pigeon. And then a whole bunch of, I think, Turkish that I don't understand. So I apologize, and we'll just have to scroll from that. Let's see. Anything else that we need to address? Adeline gives a whole bunch of hands up. Thank you so much. Happy Text says, oh my God, that was nice, but painful. Yep. You got to suffer a little bit for the good stuff. S Stars says, I'm back. LOL. Welcome back. It's good to see you. And bro, how you're not getting cramps? Yes. That's a really good question. I've been doing this for a lot of days. Like I'm on month 11 of doing this pretty much every day. So I think I've just gotten used to it, and I used to cramp. It definitely happened. All right. I think I've scrolled far enough back to see most things. If I have missed anything you said, throw it back into the chat so I can see it because it'll be close to the bottom and I won't have to scroll so far. Anyways, if you're having fun and you're engaged, you're doing some good stretches and you're feeling like it's a worthwhile use of your time this Friday, please consider throwing a follow, a subscribe. Make sure you get notified so you can keep coming back. We do this every single day to practice consistency, both for you, a lot for me, and hopefully, because we keep coming back, we get to know each other. We get to build a little bit of a community, and together we can make a whole bunch of progress towards our side split goals because it's a lot more fun when you're not doing it alone. And it's also a lot easier to do stuff that's silly looking, like the wiggle dance, when nobody else can see you, right? Just, not for me, but for the rest of you. All right, let's get into the third side split stretch. If you are close to the wall, and by close, I mean really close, like one step in front of the wall, if you fall backwards, the wall will catch you and that'll help keep you safe. All right, let's open up the legs nice and wide. Fold at the hips, put your hands down like you're gonna do a push-up. You're not actually doing a push-up. I'm just demonstrating how I want you to have your hands. They want to be stable so that you can catch yourself. All right. And the reason for that is because we're doing external rotations. What that means is our heels are down, our toes are up, and our knees are up. I'm wearing black pants, so it's hard to see where my knees are. So I'll bend the knee to show you that my knee is pointing up that way. And if you have your hands down like this, it's a little bit easier on your heels to get into position. Okay. Next up, we're going to walk our hands back towards our hips as much as possible and try to get all of our body weight right above our legs so we can really get into a deep side split stretch. If you've been doing this whole process so far with really straight arms, I recommend you, once you're in a good position, to just relax and bend your arms a little bit. You might notice that suddenly there's way more pressure in your legs and you feel a lot of pressure. So give that a try. All right. If you are stuck and you can't get any further, because it's the last round, we got one little thing we're going to add. We're going to try our best to bring our belly button to the ground. Okay. And this is going to make it a little bit more closer to a pancake stretch. And that's good because it just adds a little bit more hamstring to it, makes it a little bit more fun. And at the end of the day, if you're working on your side splits, you probably want a really sick pancake too. So everything helps each other. All right. That's it. Try to bring your belly button down, stick your butt out behind you, and 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, crawl your arms forward, pull yourself out of that position. I don't know what happened. I was really stuck in there coming out of it. Okay. Oh, let's do the wiggle dance. Shake it out, relax all of the muscles. I know the wiggle dance looks a little bit silly, but I promise it's because of a combination of things. When you just come out of that really stiff thing, trying to move your leg in any way that looks cool is just not going to happen, right? Our legs are struggling, they're in pain. It's going to look ridiculous no matter what. So what we're trying to do is get them to be working and normal so you can just walk and go do stuff as fast as possible. And that's what the wiggle dance is for. It's just throw the leg out, throw it, throw it over there, and let those tense muscles relax a little bit. All right. And then finally, we'll do our quick check, do some quick hula hoops, hip circles. And it's always these two front muscles for me. It might be different for you. Everybody's got slightly different flexibility situation. But once your hips are working, lift those knees, make sure the front hip flexors are working, pop some quick little squats, your knees and ankles are working, then finish it off, kick your butt a little bit. And if all your joints and all your muscles are feeling normal again, then that means we are done. All right. Wow, we ran kind of long today, 40 minutes. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back, hanging out, and doing side split stretches with me. I appreciate you. And I am having such a hard time seeing. Oh, okay, there we go. There's 7 people on TikTok right now. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for staying and hanging out. Thank you for following Danny, Menmarge, whole bunch of people. Happy Text, Sabrina. It's S Star. Oh wow, this is so great. Thank you so much for coming in, hanging out, subscribing, following, whatever the right term is for whatever platform that you're seeing me on. I do these lives on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. And so if you're ever wondering what I'm looking at or who I'm talking to, if it's not in the chat right in front of you, it's because there's two phones. There's one right here and the one right here. And yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope you feel really accomplished because we did a really long workout actually. And I talked a lot. So on a lot of those stretches, you spent way more than 30 seconds doing the stretch. All right. So be proud of yourself. This is a great way to end the work week, if that's what you just did, the school week, if that's what you just did. And uh, I hope you enjoy your weekend. I plan to be here tomorrow, same time. So if you want to include me in your weekend, you can keep coming back. I hope to see you soon. Yeah, hit follow, hit subscribe, get notified. If you had fun, make sure to keep coming back because we're really trying to build consistency. And the best way to make consistency easy is to make it fun, have a little bit of community, and to not make it too complicated. If you just come, I I over explain everything every time and we get through it. All right. Thank you so much, then Marge, for the compliment. I appreciate it. That's so nice. I'm smiling and sad now. Okay, that's it. We've been going for a long time. Let's call it for today. Enjoy your Friday. I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye. Oop, actively closing things is so difficult.